All right, folks. Dave Bozell, your tour guide. Going to play at Valhalla today, the For America show, the Super Bowl, the Friday before the Super Bowl. We're going to go through some prop bets. We're not sure if Dan Snyder, the villainous owner of the Washington Redskins /team/Commanders, will be in attendance. Oh, that's a smoked drive off of one, ladies and gentlemen. What are my thoughts on the new Department of Energy guy who just got hired by the Biden administration? What can you say about? I mean, he looks. So I'll tell you a funny story. When I was a kid, I went to the Tibetan Freedom Festival concert at the old RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C. And that was my first introduction into the world of dominatrix, which was weird for a kid to see, and even weirder to see it at a so-called freedom festival. I mean, I don't know how I pushed that shot right. I'm on the floor of the concert, basically on the field, and I see two guys on their knees, in the middle of a concert here, on their knees, dressed up in like leather, sort of buttless chaps, with chains, leashed to a woman who was basically walking her dogs throughout the entire Tibetan Freedom Festival. Strangest, weirdest thing that I've seen, particularly at that age. I was just a teenager. And this guy's Sam Brinton, first name right, Sam? He has all sorts of social media that describes engaging in that exact type of activity. Dominatrix, animal, I don't even know what you call it. It's not, is it bestiality if you dress like a dog? A furry? Yeah, that's an unbelievable putt. How does that is go in. So he was just hired by Joe Biden to be a member of he's got some muckety-muck position at the Department of Energy that never ever seems to produce any energy whatsoever. I'm just hitting the ball right today. Look, par for the course for this administration. It's a social justice play the entire way. I wouldn't be surprised if he applied for the spot and then basically threw word to whoever was in charge of personnel and said, if you don't hire me, I'll sue the living daylights out of you for discrimination. I really wouldn't. That's what half of these corporations the so-called woke corporations, that's their biggest fear, is the legal liability of just being sued of someone, a minority or someone just accusing them of discrimination. And they can't, it's very easy to sue. This was how it was described to me by a CEO. That's a great shot. It's very easy to sue and for discrimination, and it's very easy to win. Now you don't hear about you don't hear about the settlements, and that's all really these things are designed to do. They're designed to be settled, and you can't really, if you're a corporation, you can't really sue someone who's falsely accusing you of discrimination, because this is going to go left if I don't do this properly. Here, I want to get this right. You can't really sue the person who's accusing you of discrimination because, number one, they don't have any money. What are you going to win? Number two, you're just going to get perceived as picking on the little guy. That's a good birdie. See, when we talk regular things, not gambling, I can play. And so that's let's end here on the 14th hole. That's the corporation's biggest fear, is just getting sued for discrimination. So they just institute all these policies to just avoid the drama of it all. It's not so much that the upper leadership teams are woke. That's terrible. It's that they just want to avoid the legal liability. I think tort reform ought to be a major focus for Republicans. It's got to be harder to sue companies for discrimination on social issues. It just has to be. I think if you make it harder to sue on discrimination on social issues, you'd see a lot of this woke stuff go away at the corporate level. But where Brinton's concerned, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if word got out that if he wasn't hired, despite his, how do you say it? His interests, it's not even, I don't even know what he prefers. What does he prefer? Wouldn't even know what to call it. I guess tendencies. He probably would have sued the devil out of the federal government and just made life difficult for the Biden administration. So why deal with that? Why put up with that? Just, sure, hire the guy, stuff him in the Department of Energy, have him do some know-nothing job that he can stack in his resume. All right, give me a prop bet that I might be interested, guys. I'm going to go with the over 279 for Stafford because I think he's going to be in negative game script. I can't get off of the Bengals. I just can't. Even though I'm not sure how they're going to score. This is going in the hole. Get there. Yes, it does. Nice birdie to start off. What a shot. Is there a replay? Look at that. I just can't. I think Joe Burrow is the real deal. And I love Stafford too, but I think the Rams are going to be in negative game script. I don't know how the Bengals are going to score. I actually like the under. What's the over-under right now of the whole game? I think... Oh, that's in the trees. That's terrible. I think 48 and a half is the over-under for the game. I'm going to go with the over. Only cowards bet the under. I'm going with the over on the whole game. Because these teams can score. But if the Rams defense is so good, I think it's going to be a terrific, terrific game. I really do. And Burrow is just out of this world good. Okay, 20-footer for birdie. Downhill. Here we go. Not enough. Tap in par. Right? But I like the over on the passing yards for Stafford, which was 279. And then I like the under for Burrow. Over under Cooper Kupp 105 for receiving yards. I'm going to go over on 105 for Cooper Kupp. I mean, no one's been able to stop him in 20 games this year. Nobody. So I don't know why the Bengals would. I think the most underreported story is Zach Taylor, the coach of the Bengals, worked for McVay. I haven't heard about that. Well, he's quarterback coach, I think, or OC for the Rams. 2 or 3 years after getting the Bengals job, young guy, and no one's talked about the fact that Sean McVay has a growing, emerging coaching tree. Get there. Maybe Zach Taylor knows some stuff about McVay in terms of scheme and everything else that nobody else knows. and how McVay might want to attack the Bengals defense. So I think the Bengals defense is going to show up. Maybe I should take the under. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? It's like a fall day in Kentucky. 9.8 feet uphill. Give it a ride. Get there. Oh, come on. Stay. We're playing well, folks. 77.5 for Jamar Chase. I'll go with under. The Rams secondary is the beast. So under 77 yards for Jamar Chase, the stud wideout for the Bengals. I think the Bengals are going to try to keep it on the ground. That could go. Get over the bunker. Stay. What are we doing over there? The prop bet is, will there be an interception? And I think that, yes, Matt Stafford will throw an interception. And probably Burrow, too. These defenses are good. So I'm definitely betting the over on that one. Get there. Stop. Will the national anthem be over 104 seconds? Who comes up with this stuff? Why would you even... No, I'm not shooting driver. 104 seconds. That's a minute. That's a minute. That's less than 2 minutes. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn? Yeah, I'll take the over. What's the historical average on that? Does anybody know? Does anyone go to do the national anthem for the Super Bowl and take it slow? I mean, that's a 3.5 minutes for Marvin Gaye. Yeah, we're not. The country guys, they'll take forever. I'll go the over. And I have no basis for that opinion whatsoever. Minus 120. I'm not sure how 135-yard club. See how I'm standing in the sky? That's crazy, folks. There's a country club over there. The halftime prop is the first recorder to sing. Performer. Okay, so you got Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, Eminem. Well, I don't think you're starting off a Super Bowl halftime show with Kendrick Lamar. Right? I mean, that doesn't seem... I think you start a show... I'm always a fan of starting anything. A presentation, a sales pitch, with your best stuff. I don't see how you're going to keep... Oh, my... That's just a terrible, disgusting shot to the right. I don't see how you're going to keep Eminem under wraps. So I say you start with Eminem and you end with Dre, just like the ads have been doing. That sound good? You guys don't realize I am 5 shots out of this bunker and I can't get out. Get out of there. Jeez. Oh, then I go to the other bunker. Great. Unbelievable. All right, that's your Super Bowl show. Through 13, we are plus 14. Just a regular day on the golf course. See you next time.